aircraft also. But a helicopter is not, of course, an airplane. The FAA puts two aircraft types within one category of rotorcraft. One is the helicopter, which Mario is flying, or all these aircraft that you see in front of you are helicopters, no autogyros today. And the other is the autogyro, which you really need to look at inside the museum. The autogyro is similar to a helicopter. They may have the main rotor system, but the main rotor system is not driven. It actually uses an upflow through the rotor system to keep that rotor system turning and powers itself through the air by means of a pusher or a puller propeller. Very nice precision hover by Mario. This aircraft is so light that generally 3 people can load it onto a trailer. Mario said he can do it himself if necessary. And you sail it to where you want to fly. Of course, if you live in a less metropolitan area, you may even have a heliport, or you might have a heliport behind your home. The beauty of the helicopter was always envisioned to be something that could be a personal device that one could operate from his or her own house, business, whatever. Again, a conventional helicopter, main rotor system with an anti-torque tail rotor. As we said before, the aircraft is hovering low to the ground now, so it's in ground effect, meaning Mario's allowing the downwash to bounce off the ground, to disturb those wingtip vortices that make it harder and harder and demand and bleed off more power from his system when he's hovering at a higher hover. So it's much more efficient for a helicopter to be hovering near the ground. And it's much more efficient than either out-of-ground effect or in-ground effect hovers to be simply flying along at an airspeed of 30 knots or greater, which is considered above effective translation or lift. This aircraft is capable of cruising at about 65 miles an hour. Unlike some other helicopters, it's also got a couple of collective throttle assemblies. And by that I mean, in older helicopters, when one wanted more power and one applied that big stick down to the pilot, so that's called the collective pitch. When he or she added more demand for power, they also had to increase the throttle to allow the engine to stay at roughly the same speed, or the rotor system at least to stay at the same speed, and not bleed off as we ask for more and more power output from that engine. Mario's aircraft has a coupling that automatically compensates, so when he adds more collective pitch, if he wants to come up, it automatically increases the fuel supply to his engine, thus resulting in a greater power output and keeping his rotor speed about the same, even though it's got a greater collective pitch or bite into the air mass. And Mario's taxiing in now. I like that too, that Mario funds this from his own expenses. He's not paid to come here, nor are any of the pilots or air crews that come here. They are provided accommodations by the kind staff at Rotorfest, but the cost of this machine's on Mario. Good round of applause for Mario, if you would, please.